Good morning, student. Welcome to Urban Pro. In this session, we're going to discuss little bit about communication system, principle and application of communication system. Okay, so let us first be introduced with the communication system. No, introduction to the communication system. So, communication is the act of transmission of information. Act of transmission of information. So here in through this video, I am also going to I am also going to give you some information. This is also a communication, isn't it? So the way I am going to give you the information is very different than the ancient time. In ancient time, the way people, they transmitted or they communicated was very different, isn't it? Let us start from the very ancient time, then we will proceed to the communication system of the present time. So first, listen, in ancient time, people used to communicate by showing, smoke. As you can see here, this man is showing some smoke here. Why? Just to represent. They are trying to indicate something. Maybe they are hungry, maybe they are in danger, maybe they have observed something different thing. I mean, just they are just showing something. They are indicating to a large, to peoples to at large distance, isn't it? So this was a way of communication. Next, by drum. By this drum, they had some code of conduct. They know, suppose when someone beats the drum for 3 times, like dum dum dum, it means something. They had their code. When someone beat the drum for 5 times, that has a different meaning. Okay, so that way people communicated by using drum. So you see, this is advanced than the smoke, isn't it? To produce smoke, it is not easy task. You have to fire something. You need spark to fire something. Then the smoke will be produced. Even the smoke is not easily visible by the people from the large distance. But drum, it is in this case, it is easy to produce sound, isn't it? The smoke will be only visible only if and only if suppose someone is present here. If he or she will look towards the smoke, then only it will be visible, otherwise not. But in case of drum, people present here or wherever, the sound from the drum will automatically enter into their ear, isn't it? They need not to look here and there, they need not to. They automatically will listen that. So drum is advanced way of communication. So the from smoke to the drum, the communication is getting advanced. Next, by flag. It is also used in some cases where maybe the drum is not possible to carry there, this and that. So by showing the flag, it was also a communication system in some cases. Next, telegraph came. What is telegraph? Using this device, this is an electrical device. Using this, some code of conduct. I mean, there was some code. Okay, suppose they will. I see. Suppose if someone press it once, some message, electrical message will go. They know what does it mean by one press. They know what does it mean by two press, and so this was also a communication system. Definitely, electricity came, so it is advanced. Next, telephone. So you know what is telephone and all. Next, wireless telegraphy. Next, invention of what? The first working television system came. Okay, invention of television. You know how the communication system is getting developed. Then this is television. Then fax transmission. Fax transmission. This fax transmission is not visible nowadays, but before 10 to 15 years ago, this was also very useful communication system. Then development of fiber optics. You know how quickly, you know how quickly our voice reaches us, whenever we call, whenever we talk over phone, isn't it? How internet is fast. So using this fiber optics, the communication system is got very fast. Then World Wide Web. We are connected with each other through many medias. So communication systems. This was all about communication system. This was an introduction. This was a journey from the smoke to the www. Now we will go into deep, not deep briefly, we will discuss the topic briefly, but technically. See, communication, as I already told, communication is the process of transmitting information from one point to another. Example, mobile phones, televisions, broadcasting, Wi-Fi, satellite communications are there. And basic principle of communication. See, just observe the basic principle of communication. Speaking, someone is speaking, okay, sound is moving, and someone here is there who will listen. Okay, when they are little close to each other, but suppose the difference between them is 100 kilometer. The distance between them is 100 kilometer. Then definitely some media is necessary. Some media means some device. Listen, every communication system converts a message into an electrical signal, isn't it? Here I am also speaking something. This voice is being converted into electrical signal through the mic installed in my earphone. So my voice is getting converted into electrical signal. That that electrical signal transmits it through a channel, you know, and reproduce it at the receiver's end. You are listening to me now. So there are some device. You are definitely using some phone, speaker, or you know the buds. So this is the basic principle of communication. If we want to mm, prepare a flowchart, information source, I am speaking, transmitter, channel, receiver, destination. Okay, so goal is what? Reproduce the original message with minimum distortion and loss. So definitely whatever you are listening to me, that is not my original voice, isn't it? That is not original voice. The If you come to my place and if you sit nearby me, you listen that my voice is little different. So yes, there is some distortion, there is some loss of the the in loudness, there is some loss in energy. So whenever I am speaking, it is getting processed and it is reached to you. You are listening. There is some distortion, but the goal is the reproduce the same tone, the same words, the way I am speaking, to reproduce it at your end without minimum loss, minimum distortion. Next, need of modulation. What is modulation actually? See, if I shout, will it be reached to you? No. I am speaking here, it will not go to you, it will not reach to you directly. Some wave is necessary which will carry my voice. Some energetic wave is needed which will carry my voice. I am speaking, some wave is being produced here. That wave is getting converted into electrical energy, electrical wave. That wave will not alone reach to your end. The reason is the energy is very less. It will be, it will be attenuated. It will be finished. It will be lost completely. The energy will not be able to reach to you. So there is some carrier wave which takes my voice to you. That is the process is known as modulation. Okay, so see, modulation is what uh, the here the baseband signal low frequency cannot be transmitted efficiently over long distance. That is why modulation is needed. Modulation superimposing a low frequency message, that I am saying, low frequency message signal, that is I am saying, onto a high frequency carrier wave. Okay, that I told. The carrier wave will take my voice, my signal message to you. Advantages of modulation: reduces at antenna size. So actually, to reproduce my own voice without any modulation, you need a very large antenna. But if we modulate my signal message with a carrier wave, then you need the antenna that is required by your device is small. So reduce antenna size. Avoid signal mixing. So signals will not be mixing. That is, if someone, I mean, some two sources are there, they will not be mixed to each other. You're listening to me only. If you some tune to other channel, then you'll listen other voice. No two voice will be mixed. Increases communication range, definitely, as you know. I can shout, then only people, hardly people apart from 500 meter can listen to me, not more than that. But when I am using this modulation, my voice is being processed here, is modulating here, so you can listen to me from, from abroad as well. So proves improves signal quality and reduces noise, definitely. If I turn on my fan here, some noise will be there, but using this device, this cancels noise. Similarly, the device that you are using, that device is also reducing the noise. Some noise is mixed with the carrier wave, signal message, but the device reduces the noise in the process modulation. There are some types of modulation: amplitude modulation, frequency modulation, phase modulation. Each type has its own advantage and application. Definitely, we are not going to discuss this in detail here. So, elements of a communication system, what are these? Transducer converts message into an electrical signal. I am saying that is being converted into an electrical signal fast. That is being done by microphone. So here the microphone is the transducer. Then transmitter amplifies and modulates the signal. Whatever I am saying, it amplifies the electrical signals and modulates, as I already told. Modulation take place, that is my message signal is mixed with a carrier wave of high energy that is transmitted. Okay, channel, the medium through which signal travels, wired or wireless. You know there are some channels like wire and wireless. Definitely it is needed through which the my modulated signal will be transmitted. Then receiver, you know, you are definitely receiving my voice. Detects, first there is a receiver at your end, suppose television, there is a receiver, there is an antenna type of thing. It detects and demodulates means in my end modulation took place, that is my message signal was mixed with a carrier wave. Now demodulation means this is a process through which the message signal is detached from the carrier wave. Okay, this is the task of the receiver. So receiver actually detects and demodulates. Transducer at receiver. At my end, transducer is the microphone. Its task was, it was used to just convert the message, my voice, into electrical signal. But similarly, there is also a transducer at the receiver end which converts signal back to sound, light, etc., like loudspeaker. You are listening to me by what device? That is, loudspeaker is needed. Loudspeaker converts the electrical signal into sound. Similarly, noise, unwanted signals that interfere with transmission. Throughout this process, at every process from the transducer, transmitter, channel, receiver, transducer, at every step, noise can be mixed. So this was the a flow of communication system. I hope you all understood this brief discussion on communication system and application. If you have any doubt, if you want to ask me anything, then do contact through Urban Pro, and see you in the, this is the last chapter. See you in the class.